What's up, guys? Take my advice. Don't ever meet a woman in person. If you coming from a long distance and they coming from a long distance, do not try to meet a woman unless you know for sure y'all gonna be on the same page. I'm gonna tell you about a disastrous date I had. So I live in Ohio, right? And I was talking to this girl that lived in Minnesota, and me and her, we were talking on the phone for probably a few months. We were just talking, and we was like, let's meet one day. And I was like, yeah, let's cool, let's meet. So I was like, so where we gonna meet? So I looked on the map, and I came to the realization that Chicago is kind of like the halfway point between Ohio and Minnesota, right? So I said, how about we just meet in Chicago? And she was like, that's cool. So I drove to Chicago, which is like a 4 or 5 hour drive, and she flew from Minnesota. So I was like, yeah. So I'm driving up to Chicago. I'm lightweight, kind of excited, intrigued in a way, because I'm wondering like what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? I'm like wondering what type of chemistry we gonna have. Are we gonna get along? Like, you know what I mean? Like, are we gonna click? Are we gonna vibe? Is she gonna give me some ass? Are we gonna fuck? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking all this stuff. You know how us guys think. So when I picked her up from the airport, we went back to the hotel. We talking. I didn't really feel much of a connection. I didn't really feel much of a vibe or whatever. But I was like, whatever. I came this far. I'm gonna make it work. So we went up to the room, and it was a very, very nice room. Shout out to what was the name of that hotel? What the hell was the name of that damn hotel? Uh, It'll come to me in a minute, but it was a nice hotel, one of those old school hotels. Had a nice view of the city, whatever, romantic vibe. But anyway, we went up to the room, and the room was a double room. Like one half of the room had a couch, let out bed. The other half of the room was just a regular bed. You know what I'm saying? So, and before we met up, she told me, she said, now when I come to Chicago, I'm not coming just to see you. I also have some business up there. I'm meeting up with a lady. We're gonna have a business lunch. Because she had her own business. I said, okay, that's cool, no problem. So the first night, we I don't think we slept in the same bed. I think I got my own. I think I slept in a room with the couch, and I let her have a bedroom, right? But before that, we had went out to dinner. We had went to the Spanish restaurant. That's no longer there, but we had went to the Spanish restaurant. We sitting there, we talking, we drinking, we having a good time or whatever. And we went back up to the room, and what happened? So we went back to the room, and I stayed in one half of the room. She stayed in the other half of the room. I didn't really feel no type of connection there, so I let her have. We just didn't. I'm trying to think if I'm telling the story right, but anyway, I'm just gonna make a long story short. So what happened was the next day we spent the night that day, and the next day she had to go to her business lunch with her friend, right? And I said, that's cool. Yeah, go have a good time. Y'all having lunch. I said, while you are with your business partner, y'all doing y'all lunch thing, I'll just go walk around downtown Chicago because I could have fun by myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm a loner anyway, so I'm walking around Chicago, just seeing the sights, just enjoying shit, just I'm having a good time, right? So I told her, I said I could just go hang out by myself, right? And I was like, so when we come back, we could meet up, we could go somewhere for lunch, dinner rather. we could just go ride around, cruise around Chicago, and just see what everything is about. And she was down with it. She was like, yeah, that sounds good. So I was like, cool. So um, when I came back to the room, uh, oh, let me back up a little bit. Before the night we went out, the very first night we met, we had got a bottle of wine and a bottle of champagne to celebrate, I guess, us meeting for the first time. But we didn't drink it the first night, right? So that's an important part of the story. Let me go back to where I was. So after we had our day, after she had her business luncheon, and after I did my thing, we were supposed to have met up and we was gonna go out to dinner, right? So when we met back in the room after we both had our days, she was in the bed. And I was like, what you doing? I was like, I thought we was gonna go hang out. And she was like, well, nah, I'm tired now. I just want to lay here and take a nap. And, she was just on a whole different vibe. And she was like, Chicago's dangerous. I don't want to be out here all like that. I was like, what are you talking about? I said, I know a little bit about Chicago. There's just certain things I want to see. I said, I ain't trying to be out in the hood or nothing like that. She was like, nah, I don't want to do all that. How about we just get some food and you just go pick up some food? And I was like, all right. I was like, I really wanted to just go hang out, but you on some different shit. So that was like strike one. So we got called to order from a soul food restaurant. And she was just being really, really difficult with the people on the damn, in the restaurant. I don't think Uber was out at the time. This was like right before Uber and all that. So we had to order the food and I had to go pick it up. So I found the spot and she was just, what kind of food y'all got? What sides? How much? I want some shrimp and grits. How many? I just want a small. How many shrimp come in a small? How much do it cost? $7? And how many shrimps I get? 4? But what if I just give y'all $3 and y'all just give me 2 shrimps? She was just being difficult. I know she was getting on people's nerves. She just had like a annoying ass personality. So I think I ordered some smothered turkey wings. She ordered whatever the hell she ordered or whatever. Right. So I'm trying to get her to hang with me. Like, I don't want to go nowhere. I just want to stay here in the bed. So I'm like, all right, this motherfucker, so I went to go get the food, right? And this is where it started getting crazy. I went to go get the food, and keep in mind, remember I told you I bought a bottle of wine and I bought a bottle of champagne. When I came back, this motherfucker, I don't want to say the B word, I'll just say this motherfucker. This motherfucker drank damn near all the fucking wine and the champagne by herself. Who the hell drinks champagne by themselves? Champagne is a celebratory drink. You're supposed to drink with other people. So she on the phone talking to one of her girls, laughing, Kiki and Kai, like, yeah, girl, blah, just talking all this shit. And I'm like, who the fuck is she talking to? You know what I'm saying? She just talking like, so she just making all this noise, being very belligerent, just treat me like I'm invisible. You know what I'm saying? So, she drunk. And I'm like, what the fuck is she doing? So I said, I'm gonna play it off cool. I said, so I went in the other room and I ate my food. I ate some of my food because they gave you a lot of food at the restaurant. So I ate part of my food. I'm in there. I think I drank a little bit of the wine, champagne that was left. And she in there drunk, all loud, talking to her girl. And I'm mad, like, damn, she ain't even paying me no attention. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a nice, handsome man in a room, just treating you like a gentleman. He let you have a bed. He just I think I paid for the food. But anyway, we supposed to be together on the date. We supposed to be trying to get to know each other. You ain't even trying. You feel more comfortable talking to your girl than you do with a handsome man just trying to get to know you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in the room eating. I'm trying to enjoy the TV, but this motherfucker so damn loud in the other room. I can't even really enjoy myself, right? So I said I'm gonna eat. So she's still going strong, talking to her girl, and I'm listening to her conversation, seeing if it's gonna die down. Like, is she gonna like, girl? I'm on a date. Let me. Yeah, it was nice talking to you. Uh, but I am kind of with somebody. I don't want to be rude. I'll talk to you when I get back home. I'm listening for something that's going to end the conversation. Like, is this shit going to die down or not? But she's still going strong. Like, girl, you remember when we did this and girl that and yeah, girl, where's whatchamacallit? Girl, I'm like, God damn. So I'm eating. I said, all right, I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna go back outside, walk around a little bit more. It's nighttime out. Chicago, it ain't really nothing going on downtown Chicago. So I'm gonna give her a little bit more time to talk on the phone. So I come back up to the room, probably about maybe a half hour later, hoping that she off the phone by now. So I got back up to the room and she's still going strong. Yeah, girl. So yeah, what's up with when we gonna do that one thing? Yeah, girl, how's such and such? Yeah, just I'm like, damn, bitch. What the fuck? I'm mad as a motherfucker by now, you know what I'm saying? So I said I had to go in there. I said I went into a room. Well, actually it was my room because I paid for it. So I went into the room and I'm mad. I'm like, hey, you need to get out that motherfucking phone. Like, who the fuck? You being kind of rude. You being disrespectful. I paid for this room. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be getting to know each other. And so yeah, she rolling her ass, doing all this shit, rolling her ass and shit. Like, what the like? She looking at me like I'm doing something wrong. So I was like, I said, you got to get off the phone. You know what I'm saying? I said, you played me. I said, we supposed to have been doing this and doing that. And she was like, well, you was doing this and you was doing all that. And, I'm talking to my girl and you being rude. And I'm like, but we supposed to be getting to know each other. But you act like you ain't want to know me. You didn't, like she tried to blame the shit on me. But anyway, so that was a disastrous date. When I took her back to the airport, we just looked at each other. We was like, maybe we'll try it again one day, but I never fuck with her no more. It was a waste of time, a waste of money. That was one disastrous date. But I always get to know somebody, make sure y'all on the same page. And if you want some ass, make sure the girl want to fuck. You know what I'm saying? Don't meet up with a girl if you don't know. But that's my lesson and my story for the day. All right, peace.